Hey everybody, welcome. This is Mike and Amanda making this video just for you guys to make sure you guys have a safe and wonderful experience at the God Energy Triathlon. First and foremost, we want this to be a fun, safe event for you participants. Some changes from last year's race are now that the timing chip will be in your pocket and there's a new finish line. Now this is not a USAT sponsored event, but we will be following USAT rules. If you are caught infringing any of these rules, such as drafting, wearing headphones, or not wearing a helmet or chin strap, penalties will be applied. You will be expected to know the course and the rules of this triathlon before participating.
Parking is at the high school, which is about a mile away. You can load your gear onto the bus, or you can leave it with the gear person who will later load it for you. Then ride your bike to the park and you can pick your gear up at the shelter. There is no place to park and or drop off at the park. And please do not park at adjacent businesses. They will have you towed. Safety is paramount and rules will be enforced. So please respect the law enforcement officers and other officials who have the right to ask you to rest or withdraw if they feel that you are a danger to yourself or other athletes. Medical personnel will be located throughout various locations on the course. Please remember that it is an open course, so obey all traffic signs and directions given to you by the law enforcement officers and volunteers. If you should have an issue with either the law enforcement officers or volunteers, please find a race director. Do not take it upon yourself to solve these problems. Law enforcement officers and first responders have volunteered their time, so please be respectful and thank them as you go around, as they want this event to be a success.
In the transition area, the bike racks are organized by bib number and age group. Be sure to rack your bike at your assigned location. The transition area closes at 6:45 a.m. on Sunday morning, so please make sure your gear is set up by then. Know that there are no spectators allowed in the transition area. Make sure your family and friends know that. Now for the swim portion of the race, each swimmer must be body marked either Saturday or Sunday near the pack-up pickup area. This is a time trial start race, which means every athlete will line up according to their expected finish times. These finish times will be posted on signs on a hill above the beach. All swimmers must wear bright swim caps such as this. A cap similar to this will be provided to any of the first-time triathlon athletes. Before you begin, make sure that you know the course. Keep your buoys on the right side of you at all times. Yellow are for the sprint course, blue buoys for the intermediate course. When exiting the water, please be careful. There's a 6-inch concrete lip at the end of the boat landing. This lip will be marked by flags or buoys, but watch your step. Make sure you exit at the left side of the boat landing.
Now for the bike portion of the triathlon. You must make sure that your helmet is securely fastened with the chin strap done. Also must make sure that the bike number is visible, clearly visible, and attached to the bike properly. All bikes are going to vary a little bit, but you make sure that the rear is attached to a vertical standing bar of the frame and then the front to the horizontal part of the frame. There will be no headphones allowed on the course. If you're part of a team, the biker must be clearly body marked. Do not mount your bike in the transition area. You must wait until you reach the mount and dismount line. Once again, we remind you that it's your responsibility to know the course. Please keep in mind that this is not a closed course. It will be an open course and there will be other traffic, so you will be sharing the road. Please make sure to stay to the right and go with the flow of traffic. Law enforcement officials will be present wherever you cross traffic, such as the interstate and all left turns. At the junction of O and M, the course merges with the intermediate bikers, so please be careful. The intermediate bikers have the right of way. A motorcycle will be following the last of the intermediate bikers. And for the sprint part of the bike course, a motorcycle will lead out the first cyclist. If you happen to be the first cyclist, you must not draft off this vehicle. A motorcycle will also follow the last of the intermediate course bike riders. Shortly after you get onto Russell and Cooley Road, there will be an aid station, which will offer water and goo packets. And remember, at the junction of O and M, the course merges with the sprint bikers, so please be careful. There will be motorcycle officials keeping a close eye on the course. Make sure that you do not draft. If you do, you will receive a time penalty. As you bike in, there will be a clip-out line and dismount line as you enter the transition area. Make sure that you dismount at this point.
For the running portion of the race, make sure that you know the course. There will be runners going both ways on the course, so everybody needs to stay to the right side to avoid collision. The sprint distance will be 1 loop through the course, the intermediate distance will be 2 loops through the course, and there will be a course marshal making sure that intermediate runners go through twice. An area to watch out for, there's a new subdivision being built behind the park. There's a grassy area in between that we try to smooth out as best as we can, but at the end there's a little rough spot. Just be careful when you cross this going in and out of the park during the race.
Awards will start at 10:30 or as soon as everyone is finished with the race. After the race, you can come and get a breakfast burrito, a cookie, and a drink in exchange for the tear-off tab on your bib. For all participants racing together on a team, all members must be clearly body marked. All runners must have their bibs visible, as well as the number for their bike visible and secured properly. The timing chip will be passed from one team member to the next. This will take place at the bike rack in the transition area. The bike must be racked before you can pass the timing chip from one team member to the next. And all teammates must collect their food together.
This has been your pre-race briefing for the YMCA Got Energy Triathlon. If you haven't been in a triathlon before, please watch our next video. It's just going to give you a couple pointers on what to expect coming up in the triathlon. Thanks again for watching. Again, this is Mike and Amanda wishing you a safe and enjoyable experience at this year's Got Energy Triathlon.